Well, good afternoon. It is time for the Real Monica Adams afternoon show. We've been talking about this for the last couple of weeks. She's here. It's Grace Strobel.
Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you.
Oh, my goodness.
Thank you, everybody.
So much energy and passion from this little girl and her mother, Grace Strobel and Linda Strobel. Grace, as we introduced you a week ago, she is an international model. I mean, we talked about how proud you are, Mama.
Yep.
And,
Yeah,
right?
You, yeah.
She had a dream, and Mom said, let's do it. And here we are. And the latest collaboration, aren't you excited?
Oh, yes.
With Kendra Scott.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful jewelry. And what do you want to tell everybody as far as coming out here?
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much. I love to be here.
Yes. And you want to meet everybody?
Oh, yeah.
And tell them thank you for coming out and taking pictures together?
Oh, yeah. It's very fun.
And big hugs?
Oh, yes.
Can you tell me about that color? Look at this. Look at her nails, everybody. She has
Blue.
Monica Blue on.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what we're doing today, if you can, we'd like for you to come out and see Grace and Linda and myself 4 to 6. We'll be out here for a couple of hours.
Oh, yes.
Beautiful store at Plaza Frontenac if you've never been before. And 20% of the proceeds are going to Special Olympics.
Yep.
We're really excited about that.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
It's a great organization.
Right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we want to continue to give back. That means a lot to you, right? Mom?
Yep. It sure does. You know what? I mean, just to know that people belong and to have challenge and, challenge in sports, but still belong and still have friends. It's what every parent wants is for their kids to belong. So,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that is the biggest thing that we talked about, the journey and the growth of when we go through hardships, coming out of those and saying, I believe. She believed. She believed. And I mean, you just want to run through some of the brands she's representing?
Sure.
Sure.
You've done Fenty Beauty, you've done Olivia, you've done Urban Decay. Do you know some of the other ones, Urban Decay? Who else?
I know. Oh, I know. Marc Jacobs.
Marc Jacobs. Yeah, who else?
Forbes.
You're in Forbes. Yeah, what else?
I know. Allure.
Allure. Yeah. Who else? We did Crocs. We did McDonald's.
Oh, yeah.
Who else did we do? We did.
I like bikinis.
Oh, yeah.
Who else? Fenty.
And Grace, you're really into fitness also, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so she is involved also in like repping brands that have to do with health and wellness. And what about the Grace Effect?
Oh, yes. All the Grace Effect is a 45-minute presentation I give to schools. Hold up to this, the Grace Effect.
Teaches about kindness.
About kindness,
Yes.
I know, respect,
Mm-hmm.
and I know, and then belonging.
Yep.
Everyone belonging and having respect and kindness.
Yeah.
We say it all the time, right? Just give somebody a compliment. Tell them that they are beautiful. Tell them that they matter.
Or sweet.
Yes, they're sweet, right? We can learn so much from this beautiful young girl. She's 20.
How old are you?
7.
7 now. Oh my goodness. And you started modeling how many years ago?
It was like
About 50. No.
about 5 years
Five,
ago.
Yeah,
right?
five.
5 years ago.
Yeah, and she's only getting started. So this is the thing you're going to be able to do today. Kendra Scott, I want you to come on. I'm going to show this on the screen because if for some reason you can't make it by, you can still shop today.
Oh, yeah.
And tomorrow online, and then you're going to use that code right there. The Kendra Scott store, giving back. They're very big into giving back. Now it's for Special Olympics. So it's giveback-grace24. Giveback-grace24. Use that code, and 20% of the proceeds will go to the Special Olympics. And we're going to show you around the store a little bit while Grace and Linda and I talk. So again, 4 to 6. Do you enjoy coming and getting a chance to meet people?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing a video, and we talked about this at the airport, and somebody that follows you on Instagram saw you. That was pretty exciting. She said it's you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, wherever we travel, usually there's somebody that comes up and says, Grace, I follow you on Instagram, or I follow you on TikTok, right?
Do you like doing stories and reels?
Yep.
Yes.
I do.
She's very active. How many people does she have on Instagram? Hundreds of thousands, right?
Well, I think
thousands.
Yeah.
Thousands.
Sure she does. 191,000 or
Holy
something like that. Yeah,
cow.
almost 200.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
So if they want to follow her on Instagram, what's her handle?
Do you know what your handle is? Grace Strobel, right?
Oh, I know Grace Strobel.
Yep.
At Grace Strobel on Instagram
Yep.
and Facebook.
Yeah.
Yep.
So follow her, and you can see all the great things that she has coming up. If you have not met her, you've just been following her, you'll get an opportunity to do so. Kathleen just said, Grace is beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. But what I want you to do is come out here. It's on the lower level, right next to Canyon Cafe, right by Saks Fifth Avenue. We're going to be here. We're going to talk with a Kendra Scott representative. The general manager here, Jennifer Hill, will join me. And then there's a representative from the Special Olympics to talk about the wonderful organization.
Oh, yeah.
So Mother's Day, right? Yep. Don't forget Mother's Day. We always want to make sure that we thank our mamas. So her mom's here. Did you get something for your mom?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There's a wonderful campaign, by the way, that you'll get a chance to see. Are you wearing your pretty necklace?
Oh, yeah.
It's like an amethyst color.
Oh,
That's
And
pretty.
we got both matchers, right?
Yeah,
Look
both.
it.
Yeah, the same thing.
That's
Yeah.
what you can do. Mother-daughter necklaces together. Beautiful jewelry, beautiful human beings. And we're going to give back to the Special Olympics. Let's do it together. We'll show you more about Grace and Linda. We're going to talk with a Kendra Scott representative about why they love to give back. So don't go anywhere.
She's a special woman and done so much for St. Louis.
Watching her work is one of the most incredible things you can see.
She just sees value in everyone.
Sometimes people just need you to sit with them and hear them. I feel heard.
The time flew by, and it was like sitting and talking to a friend.
Not only creating a better place here in St. Louis, but to inspire others. It's always great to have examples like you.
You have such a light and such a presence, and I could feel it this morning.
We knew right away when you started this, we wanted to be on your show. Thanks for having us.
I look forward to seeing how you rock and roll and shake it up.
I love that. We are going to shake it up, and we're doing a bonus afternoon show for you. We just sat down and talked with Grace and Linda Strobel. We're going to be here broadcasting live until 5 o'clock, but the meet and greet is until 6. We talked about how much Kendra Scott loves to give back. Jennifer, we mentioned we were going to have coming up, the general manager here with Kendra Scott. How long have you been with Kendra Scott?
I have been with Kendra Scott a little over a year now.
And so what draws you? Because I was talking to a lot of the girls a couple weeks ago when I popped in, and they were talking about how many years they had been and why they wanted to stay. They said, I don't want to ever go away from working with Kendra Scott because of the giving back aspect.
Mm-hmm. I will tell you, that is such a big part of my why here. It's, we say that we want to do good, and it really is the reason why I can't see myself anywhere else. It just to be involved in the community, to be able to do things like this, it's how we met Grace.
Yes.
It's why we're able to give back and partner with organizations like the Special Olympics, and it is an incredible part of working for Kendra Scott.
Yeah, and that's the thing. When you come in, you'll see not only right now are they doing this Special Olympics partnership, but you kind of are overlapping. There's one for Make-A-Wish going on as well, I think.
Make-A-Wish is a partnership that we've been doing company-wide, yes,
Okay.
And it has been a big one, and it never stops. It never stops with Kendra Scott. We always have something to give, and we are always doing something with somebody somehow.
Yeah. Kendra Scott's store, by the way, if you have never been, is at Plaza Frontenac. And this was the view that I took the other day, walking in and seeing all the beautiful jewelry. Mother's Day, right around the corner. We do not want to forget our moms. You want to give a little tease while we're looking at this, and then I've also got a live camera view. What are people right now coming in for and saying, I've got to have this for my mom?
Oh my goodness. So real big right now is we just launched our new Maisie birthstones in the Demi-Fine collection. Those are on the front table and they're a big hit. They're loving those. And then we have a lot. Demi-Fine is really where it's at for moms. So any of the sterling silver, the gold vermeil, but that front table, there's a lot of statement pieces there. And so, yes, you're seeing it right there.
Yes. So Michelle, by the way, is on the camera. Thank you so much, Michelle, for your behind the scenes work. Can you go back down to those earrings? Because when I came in the other day, I thought they reminded me of angels. They look like pretty angels.
You know what? You're not the first person to say that. Yes. Yes.
They're super cool.
Mhm.
So I'm actually wearing some of the Kendra Scott jewelry, and I had it on when I was emceeing an auctioneering the other day. I had so many compliments of people saying, "Is that Kendra Scott?" This is where you get a chance to come up to the bar. Tell them about the bar.
The color bar, one of everybody's favorite things to do here, because you literally, and this was a really important thing for Kendra, is that all stores had this experience for their guests, is that you can be the jewelry designer. So you go to Color Bar, you get to pick your component, and you get to pick your stone, and then we put the piece together for you. And
Like
so,
that, by the way. I thought, I was like, oh, do I have to shop around? They're like, oh, no, it'll be ready in a minute.
Yep, it's such a fun experience.
Well, it's that bespoke, customized experience without having to wait 6 to 8 weeks for something to come back in.
Takes 6 to 8 seconds sometimes.
It did, and there's so many pieces to choose from. Whether you want to do the silver, you want to do the gold. I was told that this is a really popular color right now.
It is. That is one of our new stones, and
So
it
what's
is
that called?
gorgeous.
Do you
oh
know?
my gosh! Why would you put me on the spot like this?
What's it called? What's the stone color called? She's gonna go find out. But how long has the bar always been? The color bar always been a part of Kendra Scott?
It hasn't always been a part. It hasn't always been a part of Kendra Scott. We celebrated its anniversary not too long ago, actually, but it is definitely a favorite part of Kendra Scott, and that is for all age ranges. We actually do a lot of color bar parties, so book your color bar party with us today. Yeah.
Oh, that would be great. One of the things I also know, I'm going to have Michelle in a little bit go over to the color bar and show you, but let's kind of break through. One of the things I wanted to do is kind of showcase all the different pieces so that you can say, oh, where's that? I want that for my mom. So what are we looking at right here?
Right here, we are looking at
that's pretty.
Dira statements. And so these are gorgeous. They are definitely a statement. So this is a conversation starter. And then this leads into the convertible huggies here. So you can wear it as just a huggy. The full flower piece can come off. Very versatile. And then these are very fun as well because also convertible. You can do a statement piece or just a simple flower stud.
And do you see how excited she got? These.
Yes.
I was just going to say, what's your favorite in the store?
Oh my gosh.
It's probably hard.
Oh my gosh.
Whenever I do this, Jennifer, people are always like, you're acting like you want me to pick my favorite kid.
I know. It's there are so many good pieces. It's really, really hard to decide.
Well, it's fun to layer like you're doing here. That's something I know a lot of people do. They like to layer pieces. Oh, I was going to say this. So this was very big, by the way, for the kids on TikTok and Instagram. They're actually taking these bracelets and layering them up,
Yes.
right?
Yes. And this is highly the one with the blue stone there, the Emily stretch.
Yeah.
You couldn't get it for a long time, but we are in stock. It is, it went viral on TikTok. You are not wrong.
Yes. And then this one.
But yes, we believe in stacking, layering, layer them up. And probably I love this one here is actually the Luna. It's probably, no, this is the Om pendant that I have on today. I usually wear my Luna. This one you can't get anymore.
Aw,
so.
tease.
But if I had my Luna on, that one I really do love. And it's an engravable piece, which is really fun because you can customize it. And so I had the Gemini sign put on it. And that one means a lot to me.
So that's, if somebody wanted to, well, and we're kind of up against the wire here. If somebody wanted to get something engraved, could they get that before Mother's Day?
Absolutely. Yeah. We do engraving on site. Yep. Right here in store.
How long does that take?
Just a few minutes.
Oh my good. Everything is so fast here.
Yeah.
All right. So Jennifer Hill again, she is the general manager of the Kendra Scott store here at Plaza Frontenac. We're going to be here broadcasting live for another 45 minutes, talking about all the wonderful things. I love this story, by the way, the other day. So when I was here, this guy came in, he stopped at the front door and he goes, okay, so tell me about all of this. And then he pointed to the front and he pointed the picture of Kendra and he's like, so how did she get to be so popular? And what's the big draw? And he's like, was it Shark Tank? And then he kept going. And she goes, well, no, I mean, she started in her home. You want to give the background for people who don't know about Kendra Scott?
I can give you the background. So she did. So she founded the company 2002.
Yep.
And she did. She started, she had $500 and she started in a spare room. She was a single mom and she went door to door. And she probably never envisioned where she was going to be today. She is now on Shark Tank.
She's a shark.
Yes, but she's done incredible things with this company, and she was very, very just determined. And again, it's so much more than just jewelry, and
it's a message, it's a mission.
It really is. So.
And Jennifer, that's a big part of this show, that we always tell people to believe that they can be whatever they want to be, and she did. And she had the blood, sweat, the determination of, I'm going to do this, I'm going to start it out of my house, and then I'm going to have the gumption to launch it beyond that. And here we are 2 decades later. Was she always from the philanthropic side of wanting to give back from the very beginning?
So it's been a big part of it. It started really, really big back in 2010 is when the give back really took off. And incredible. Since 2010, Kendra Scott as a company has actually given back over $65 million back to...
Did you say million?
Million dollars back to local, national, and international causes. Again, which is just, it's incredible.
It is. I mean, that's a lot of money for a lot of good for different organizations. We're going to show you some more. I think somebody had asked me last week, how do the organizations get picked?
So they get picked. Sometimes they reach out to us, and sometimes if a guest that comes in, we'll sometimes get to chatting, and if there's a cause that they're really passionate about, then we'll get contact information and we'll do the reach out. Or if there's somebody that we volunteer with locally or something like that, we'll get it. Or we just we get involved in the community. We learn that way, and then a lot of them are people that we partner with year over year. So a little bit of all the ways. Yeah. But
all the feels.
Yeah. And it's really nice because we continue to build those relationships year over year, and it's just. Again, maybe I'm overusing the word incredible, but that's really what it is.
You're not at all. By the way, right now we are on multiple platforms. So as you're going to see on the bottom of the screen, do us a favor and share, like, follow, tell everybody that we are live here for you for about the next 45 minutes. But Grace is here. You saw her at the beginning of the show. If you didn't, you can go back and watch the beginning, but I want to make sure that you get a chance to meet her in person. If they can't, I mentioned it before, Jennifer, that they can still shop online, and they have a code to use, and they can give 20% back to Special Olympics.
Yes, they can, and that code is good for 2 days, so all day today, all day tomorrow, and it's just give back -Grace. And so it is
it's right there.
Grace 24. I'm so sorry. And that's good online, and then you can still shop in store too. So all you have to do is mention Grace, and we will know what you want to give back to, and we'll make sure that it gets tied back to that.
And I was teasing her earlier. I'm like, Grace, did you get something for your mom? She said, yes. So Mom and Grace are here. Everybody's meeting her, taking some pictures with her, giving hugs to her. What does it mean for you to be in a collaboration with Grace?
It means a lot. I will tell you that when I first started with Kendra Scott, again, there's so many different organizations and people that the company's involved with, but also at a store level locally. And so I knew Grace's name. I'd heard Grace's name. And because we had worked with the Albert Pujols Foundation, and she actually designed some pieces of the color bar a couple years ago. And so I had heard that name, and I started following her and kind of keeping up with her journey on Instagram and stuff like that. And it was really cool. And then when I saw her and her mom in our campaign for Mother's Day, I thought that was so cool to see St. Louis natives in a nationwide campaigin for the company. It was just really, really cool. And just what she stands for, and the just the difference that she makes. And it's just it feels good to have her be a part of all of this too. And she's
huge ambassador. And she is the one that's going to make you believe in yourself, because we told her story a couple weeks ago when she was on the show about a really horrific thing that happened from a bullying standpoint, right? It's gut wrenching for any of us to hear, but imagine Linda as a mother trying to protect her daughter. And she really, really cried because it affected her big time. If you haven't seen that, you can Google that and read her story. But right after that, she believed in herself, and she's like, she saw another person that had Down syndrome, and she said, "I want a mole." And she's like, and then her mom said, "Okay, let's try." And then here she is repping national brands. In fact, let me do this. I'm going to run through and I'm going to tell you all the brands she represents. So Grace is an inspirational 27-year-old model and speaker with Down syndrome. She's been featured in Forbes, Allure, Bella Magazine, PBS. Are you listening to this? Believe, Believe, Believe. The Today Show had her on. Good Morning America. Rihanna's Fenty Beauty, Brides Magazine, Vows Magazine, Lady Gaga's Kindness Channel, and a featured panelist for Louis Vuitton, the Moet Hennessy and Council of Fashion Designers of America Diversity webinar series. She's the first American with Down syndrome to represent a major international skincare line and has signed for the 4th year of her contract representation. She's also represented and modeled for Rihanna's, as I said, Fenty Beauty, Urban Decay, Marc Jacobs, Crocs, Kendra Scott, where we are today, Justin Alexander, Amika, Veronica Beard, Revelry Bridal, Olivia Clothing Line, and McDonald's, and so many awards that she has as well that I love for youth. The Women of Achievement for Youth Outreach and Advocacy, Missouri History Museum inductee, as Jennifer said, the Albert Pujols Watson Award for activism in making change in the world. What's right with the region? Everybody talks about what's wrong in the world. I love this. What's right? Down syndrome of Greater St. Louis, inspiring change. And when it came time to say, what's the pairing that we want to do, we all talked about where they wanted the proceeds to go. And we were throwing different ideas around. I was like, how about Special Olympics? And sure enough, Special Olympics, she's like, that is such a great organization. They've also done great things with Grace. She was involved with the Special Olympics as well. So all those things. I mean, isn't she amazing?
She really is. I heard earlier, first of all, I saw the picture of her and Rihanna. Jealous. And then I heard earlier that she can play a mean game of softball.
Oh,
so,
yes.
Yeah. So she really is just
a wonderful role model,
yes,
right?
And she's a bright light in this world. And she says it herself, like, anything is possible, and she has proved that.
Yes, and I know a lot of you are writing in. Feel free to comment. She'll see these as well when we wrap up here. Grace is beautiful. Hello, another person saying Grace is beautiful. Somebody said, I love the butterfly jewelry online.
Mm-hmm.
So where is that in here? Or
We've got butterfly jewelry. The May butterfly is new for spring.
Wang said, I love Kendra Scott. Okay, somebody said, I'm on my way. Okay,
We'll see you soon.
You got to get here before 6 o'clock. We're, again, showing you some of the jewelry and the pictures you may have seen of Grace in the background taking pictures with guests. Megan just said Grace is such an inspiration. She is, and that's the thing. No matter who you are or what walk of life you've been in, I want you to hear the message today in that this can be you. Let Grace be the inspiration for you to know that you can make a difference and that you can be anything that you want to be. I love the fact that she started the Grace Effect also. The Grace Effect is literally saying the inclusion aspect. Let's just be kind to each other. She mentioned earlier respect. And we just always say, be kind is what we need to be more of. Okay, so again, if they are able to shop today, if not, it's all day today, all day tomorrow online. Otherwise, in person today.
Yep.
She'll be here till 6 o'clock. What time do you close tonight?
We close at 7.
Okay, so get here before 7 if you can in person. Otherwise, shop online. GiveBack-Grace24. Use that if you absolutely cannot come by to see us. But as some of you are saying, you're on your way. Get here and take a picture with Grace, and then just flood social media and do the hashtag of Kendra Scott as well. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we've got a representative from the Special Olympics. Ellen Wolters is here. We're going to talk about the organization itself. Jennifer, thank you for your beautiful store. I mean, it's stunning. Look at all the lights. If you can get here, I'd love to meet you as well. We'll be here again until 6 o'clock. It is on the lower level, right by Saks Fifth Avenue. There she is. She believed in Grace, and so do we. We'll be right back.
Envita Health and Wellness, where you can feel your best both inside and out. Envita isn't your typical med spa. They're a multi-specialty medical spa and wellness center serving St. Louis and its surrounding areas. They have ketamine for mental health and pain, IV therapy, medical weight loss, and aesthetics treatments. As board-certified anesthesia providers, Envita can ensure that their advanced treatments are provided safely with minimal to no pain. So let Envita take care of you. Call 314-394-0950 to book an appointment or online envitahealthandwellness.com.
Hey, The Real Monica Adams listeners. This is Abby Stallschmidt. You may know me as an electric violinist who has performed with various bands in the area, and I'm excited to personally invite you to my premiere at the Sheldon Concert Hall on June 5th at 8 p.m. You'll hear my new symphonic rock music as well as classic rock and pop covers, all backed by a string orchestra, full band, and multiple guest instrumentalists and vocalists throughout the night. It's truly going to be an awesome time. Head on over to metrotix.com or the Sheldon Concert Hall to get your tickets for the Dream Machine concert on June 5th at 8 p.m. I cannot wait to see you there.
Welcome back. We are live, a little bonus Real Monica Adams show for you. Yes, we were on this morning, but we've been talking about for the last couple of weeks that we were going to be at Plaza Frontenac, and we were going to talk about Kendra Scott Giving Back campaign to the Special Olympics. So let's talk with Kellen Walters. Thanks for being with us, by the way.
Yes, thank you for having me. This is an amazing turnout.
So you have been with the Special Olympics how long?
It'll be coming up on 2 years in August.
2 years. What do you love most about your organization?
I love the joy. Every Special Olympics athlete, it just exudes joy in everything that they do, and they inspire me every single day.
And I understand that Grace was involved in the Special Olympics. She said she played softball.
Yes,
right?
Yes. I hear she was quite the athlete.
Yeah, that's what we were just told. I was like, hey, she plays a mean game there. Somebody just said Grace is such an inspiration. She really is. This whole collaboration with Kendra Scott is just so amazing. And I know Kendra's very big on giving back.
Correct.
So how did you get picked for the Give Back campaign with this?
It was all Grace and Linda, actually. Since Grace participated in Special Olympics and our organization provided that opportunity for her, this is the organization that she chose.
Special Olympics has done so many amazing things. I've been in broadcasting for 30 years, and I have done a lot of stories about the Special Olympics over the years and how it's grown and grown and grown. How long has it been around?
Well, Special Olympics has been around since 1949.
49. How about Special Olympics Missouri?
54 years.
Really? Holy cow, that blows my mind. That's amazing. What are you most proud of that you have been able to do as an organization?
You know, our sports is our bread and butter. You know, that's what people know about Special Olympics, our sports competition and our sports training. But really, the thing I'm proudest of is our extra programs, our health screenings. We provide dental screenings, vision screenings, hearing screenings to our athletes. We can provide them hearing aids, glasses if needed, whatever those screenings kind of inspire that they need. And our athlete leadership program, which is college type classes that our athletes can take and go out into the community and work and spread our message and spread hope to people.
Hope. That's such a phenomenal word for you to use. Kellen Moulton again with Special Olympics. So for the athletes themselves, what is the very earliest age that they start playing?
Well, to compete in Special Olympics, Missouri, you have to be 10, but we do have
10?
young athlete programs.
Okay.
So we can partner with schools or community groups, and then we can provide games and other things to kiddos younger than 10.
But 10, I love that. So what are all the sports that they're able to get involved with?
Oh, well, we have all kinds. We have 16 sports offered here in Missouri. Currently, we are working on our track and swimming and powerlifting, volleyball, and then our area games will be Saturday, and then those athletes will move on to our state games in June in those sports.
Okay, and I was just going to say, if we want to come out and we want to support those athletes, where does the participation taking place?
It goes all over. We have 6 areas.
Traveling?
Yep, we are a statewide organization. We have 6 areas. So in the St. Louis area, our area spring games will happen at Westminster Christian Academy on Saturday, and then those state games,
where are those?
all of the areas will go to the Mizzou campus in Columbia.
So I remember, and I don't know what year it was, but I remember doing a story on Special Olympics within the last probably 4 to 5 years, and there was, I believe, a new facility being built. Right? Where is that?
Our Training for Life campus, which is in Jefferson City. That's our headquarters.
That's where it is. And that was within the last 5 years, right?
Yes, correct.
And that was just the growth, as you've been saying, of how big Special Olympics has gotten, that you needed that.
Yes, and it's an amazing facility, and we are able to bring groups into that facility, our young athlete programs. We have a Healthy Hustle program that invites athletes and community members to come into that facility and interact with our staff and interact with everybody.
So let's do this. Kellen Wolton again from Special Olympics, Missouri. We're talking about all the athletic aspect, right? But let's talk about what it does to them mentally, spiritually. Let's kind of tap into that a little bit more, because if you're listening right now, or do us a favor and share this show after we're done streaming, make sure that you tag the Special Olympics in it. I've been doing that in all my reels and stories over the last couple of weeks. Make sure that anyone that maybe has somebody, a child with Down syndrome, that they know that there's opportunities out there for them. That was the whole thing that I think is so beautiful about Grace, is that she asked her mom, can I model? And Linda, I think in the beginning, was thinking she was just bullied. She's been through so much. Well, you know what? If this is what she wants to do, then let's start to walk that path to see if it's something she can. Well, now we know she can. She's an international model. The latest collaboration is where we are right now at the Kendra Scott location, which I just love. And again, giving back. I'll mention to you again, if you haven't had a chance to come in now, or if you can't before we wrap up today, that there is a way to give back to Special Olympics today and tomorrow by shopping online. But let's talk about the message of hope. What do you feel Special Olympics is able to do outside of the athletic aspect? What it does here and here?
Well, what it does for our athletes, just being part of a team is incredibly important. To have that social aspect, those friends, those just confidants that you can spend time with and be social with. And then with our healthy athletes, we're giving the power to hear and see and have, dental screenings and orthopedic shoes and things like that. That just increases your confidence. If you can walk out into the world knowing that you are hearing clearly or seeing clearly, think about that confidence that you have.
Right.
And then, just the inspirational. We have an athlete leadership program, and those athletes are going out and spreading Special Olympics message out into the world, public speaking at schools, I've had an athlete join me at a law enforcement agency, and any place, and they can go and spread their story, and the confidence and the just hope that it creates is amazing.
So, Kellen, what do you think is the biggest, when you talk about them speaking, because Grace was talking about the Grace effect that she started, and she'll do like 45-minute presentation, and she'll be showing, which I really love. There's an example of this. Think about sitting down. Okay, everybody think about this right now. You might be at home watching us, or you're going to watch this later. You go and you sit down like in a low chair. And then you go to get back up and you have that mobility. They said, now do it, throw a backpack on you from a mobility standpoint, and then understand that that's how they're walking around on a daily basis. It was such an aha moment.
Yes, it really is. And to see our athletes start those classes, and then, they contact our area office and say, hey, I need speaking engagement. So we go out into the community at the Unified Champion School level, at my development level. And we invite them to come with us and share your story. And each time it just gets a little bit better and a little bit easier. So if you were to get up every time with that backpack, it's going to get a little bit easier each time.
Yep.
Maybe not perfectly,
right,
but it will get a little bit easier, and that confidence will just grow.
Confidence, and I love the fact that she just used the word perfectly. I always on this show say there will never be perfection. Stop striving to try to be perfect, because we're imperfect human beings. And the more that we accept that, I think we're better as human beings. What do you see in the public, the parents, the godmothers, the friends and the family that come out and sit in the stands and watch these athletes? What do you feel, or what do you hear from them that they receive from the overall joy?
You cannot come to a Special Olympics event and not just be happy.
Yeah.
These athletes are competing, they're getting medals, they're so excited to compete. I have talked to numerous families, numerous volunteers. I always say if you volunteer for one Special Olympics event, you will come back. Putting your medal around an athlete's neck at the end of the day is just so rewarding for the athlete and for the volunteer or family member.
So if somebody does want to volunteer, what's the easiest way for them to do so?
Everything can be found on our website at somo.org. That'll talk about all the sports we offer, how to become a coach if that moves you. We're always looking for coaches, how to become a unified partner, which is people with and without intellectual disabilities competing together in a sporting event. You would even get a Special Olympics medal if you competed in our unified flag football. Any kind of event day volunteering would also be found there as well.
So you talked about the games again coming up Saturday, and then the state games in Jeff City, in Columbia coming up in June. So if there's a parent listening right now, or this is shared with someone that has an athlete that would want to be involved in that, is it too late for this year?
Probably just for that event, but if they go on somo.org, there is Become an Athlete. They would need to fill out our paperwork, get a sports physical, and we will hook them up with a coach close to them. We'll find out what sports they want to compete in. We'll hook them up with that coach, and then they can begin practicing.
And before we wrap up, what are some of the newest sports that maybe we've seen grow over the last couple of years?
Yes, we just instituted pickleball
I knew
as
it.
an official sport
I knew it.
Special Olympics. And Topgolf is actually one of our newer sports as well. So now with the new Midtown facility opening up, we have teams practicing both in Chesterfield and at that facility.
Kellen, that dang pickleball.
I know. All of our athletes say, I should come out and play a game, but
have you ever?
No, I've never played.
You've got to let them teach you. So pickleball, and then there's something called padel. I think it's padel. So we have a girl, I'm surprised she's not on right now, that is a pickleball pro, and she's always pushing, saying, y'all need to play pickleball. I knew you were going to say it. It's literally taken over in the United States, but this padel, it's spelled P-E-D-A-L. I think it looks like pedal, but I think it's padel, and that is actually the fastest growing sport in the world.
Wow.
So I have a feeling you're going to introduce that one next.
Probably, yes.
All right, well, before we wrap up with you, and then again, we're trying to get you all to come out here and join us. We are going to be here. What time is it? We're going to be here for about another 20 minutes on the live broadcast. I'm going to see any of these people that are here. Did you buy something for
Not quite
yourself?
yet, but I have my eye on a pair of earrings over there. They may be an early Mother's Day present for myself.
Did you see the angel earrings?
Yes, I did.
Are you a mom?
I am a mom.
How many children?
I have an 11-year-old son.
Well, we'll say hi to him. What's his
Hi,
name?
Garrett.
So again, don't forget moms. The Mother's Day big celebration is right around the corner, and this is the place where you can come and pick up something for yourself, and then also for your mom, and then we're giving back. We'll say this one more time. If you cannot come in person, I know a lot of people are running around and you're busy. We'd love to see you. Grace and Linda and myself will be here to take some pictures and say hi until 6 o'clock. The broadcast wrapping up in about 20 minutes, but here's how you do it. This is the give back code. So look online. Somebody said that they really love the butterfly jewelry that's online. So Kendra giving back to Special Olympics, give back -Grace 24. Use that code today, all day, and tomorrow. So they're going to continue it tomorrow. But as far as the in-house store buying, you've got to do that today. Plaza Frontenac, and there is the address. I love the fact that Kendra is so big on the philanthropic side of giving back and giving back and giving back. And come on, you're getting jewelry as well. So shop for good. And there it is, Special Olympics, Missouri. Kellen, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate everything that you and everybody else with the Special Olympics does.
Yes, thank you for having me. This is awesome. Thank you.
Providing hope around the world. That's what we need more of. All right, we're going to take a break, and we'll be back with more from Kendra Scott at Plaza Frontenac.
Envita Health and Wellness, where you can feel your best both inside and out. Envita isn't your typical med spa. They're a multi-specialty medical spa and wellness center serving St. Louis and its surrounding areas. They have ketamine for mental health and pain, IV therapy, medical weight loss, and aesthetics treatments. As board-certified anesthesia providers, Envita can ensure that their advanced treatments are provided safely with minimal to no pain. So let Envita take care of you. Call 314-394-0950 to book an appointment, or online, EnvitaHealthandWellness.com.
Welcome back to the Real Monica Adams Show. It is a bonus afternoon show. We're at Plaza Frontenac at the Kendra Scott store. We talked about the color bar earlier. Jennifer Hill, she is the general manager with Kendra Scott here at Plaza Frontenac. Okay, the color bar and the stone that I'm wearing.
Yes, I didn't want to leave y'all hanging. This is the new Indigo Watercolor Illusion, and she's got the big one, the Danielle here. It is gorgeous, but I had to get that back for you. So
I knew that it was newer.
Yes,
and so I want you to come in and say, "Hey, I saw those on Monica. I want to look at those." So we were talking about the color bar earlier. Also, we didn't get a chance to show it. So here you go. There's a lot to choose from. And look at the different sizes. As you mentioned, I've got the larger stone. And I wore these at the event and I really wanted them to pop and really stand out. But there you go. There's so many opportunities of gold and silver and then taking those pieces and being able to customize it for yourself. Oh, I like those. I didn't see those earlier. So these are all the different, I guess, the positions of what you can put them into, right?
Yeah, so we've got necklaces, bracelets, earrings, rings, you name it. Medals, primarily gold and silver, but we got a little bit of rose gold hanging out back there in some styles.
I didn't know that. That's very big.
Yes.
People like that. And then it's kind of that blend. People always wonder, do you help them with that, by the way? If they say, I don't know, am I more of a silver or am I more of a gold person?
You know, we can help them. I'll admit, I'm not the best at speaking to, because it's all about like your undertones of your skin and things like that. And I'll tell you, I've actually been getting a little bit more into like my colors, like the color wheel and stuff like that. And according to that, I should be wearing silver jewelry, and I'm not doing it. So it's like, you know, it really is a personal preference. So I like gold, so I'm going to wear the gold. But if somebody asks, like, we're more than happy to offer an opinion. For those that can wear rose gold, I'm very jealous. I think rose gold is such a beautiful metal, but I have pink undertones, so it's just not a good fit.
But you know what, Jennifer? It's the same thing with wine. People say, oh, you're supposed to drink red wine with meat and white wine with fish, and that has all changed over the years. And it's the same thing. If you feel like you look good in rose gold, wear it.
Yep.
I think she should get some, don't you all? So there's the color bar again, and we've been talking about mothers in the last week and a half, and I know people sign on every second. What is the biggest thing that they're buying for their moms right now?
They're buying lots of. I think we looked at that front table earlier.
Yes, that's the biggest thing.
That is the biggest thing, and that's what it's our dining table.
What's behind us where these ladies are right now?
Behind here, these are great things to look at too. So. We've got like our birthstones. This is our fashion. Over here, we've got the new mini Elisa. And by new, I mean it's been around for a little bit, but she is a newer style. So it's a baby version of Elisa, which is a fan favorite. And then we've got letter pendants, a couple different options to choose from. Fear not, if your initial is not out here, we can definitely grab it for you.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to ask you, because I was told in retail that rarely do people carry Q. Is that the case here too?
We have Q.
Oh, I already know what I'm buying then. It is so hard to find Qs. It's ridiculous. Mm-hmm. So again, birthstones are big, and you're going to find that there. You're going to find it on the front table as well. If someone hasn't been here maybe since Christmas time, right, for the holidays, what's new? Oh, look at those. Yeah, those are pretty.
Well, those look familiar. So the new is sprinkled in a little bit everywhere, but that is primarily that front table, and that's got a little bit of our demi sprinkled in, but mostly our spring of fashion. And then we actually have a few new pieces in our fine jewelry as well. So don't skip over that case over there, because there are gorgeous pieces in there that everyone needs to see as well.
Can we help? Once again, if you're just tuning in, by the way, yes, it's not in the morning. It's the afternoon. You guys are all like, whoa, did I miss an entire 24 hours? No, we're doing a bonus show for you at the Kendra Scott store at Plaza Frontenac. We'll have about another 15 minutes before we wrap up the live show. But Grace is here for you to meet. If you don't know Grace Strobel, she was on our show just a couple of weeks ago. You need to follow her on social media. This is her and her mom. They are now a collaboration with Kendra Scott. And I know Grace is so thrilled about this. I know you are as well, Jennifer. Everybody here at the Kendra Scott location, giving back to the Special Olympics. And if you can come into the store and find something for yourself, let's do this for the guys that are watching, or will watch this later. Do they feel like they're just lost and think, can you please guide me? I don't know what to do.
Sometimes us women, we're smart. So They'll come in with a picture
Ah.
or the name of something, and so they make it the wives or girlfriends, significant others have made it easy on them, and they make it easy on us, or they will come in a little clueless. You know what? It's our job as experts. We can guide them in the right direction. So those are a lot of fun to do. So
You probably have had a lot of guys come in already.
Yes.
And if you guys are listening right now, if you are anything like my father was, my dad would literally wait till like on Christmas Eve night. He would be out at the jewelry store buying something for my mom at the last second. It's okay as long as you actually do the delivery on the day.
Yep.
Don't forget moms. It's right around the corner. Well, thank you again for everything that you're doing. I love the collaboration. The store's busy. You can hear some of you are saying that you're on your way. We'd love to see you. I'm going to talk about some things that are coming up. Thank you so much. I appreciate everything that not only are you doing with the Special Olympics, but continuing to give back. Actually, I guess I'd say that. Are there any big organizations you're getting ready to team up for the rest of the year that you want to mention?
So we work with different organizations pretty regularly. So I know, like off the top of my head, for our store, it's busy in here. We actually, this is one that's always a fan favorite for us, but I know in either next week or the following week, we're actually partnering with Duo Dogs.
Oh, yes,
they're going to be
awesome.
in store. Yeah. And so everybody loves when they're here. We did Kindred Cares at Children's Hospital last week for their prom, and they always have the Duo Dogs there as well, and they came and visited us while we were there also. So that's always a good time, and that I know will be the next one that we do. But
And the dogs will be in store?
They will be in store.
Oh, well, come on. You got to love that.
Yeah.
We're going to do one final walkthrough. I'll have Michelle kind of give a spin around the store, and we'll show all the people that are meeting Grace, taking pictures with her, and just thanking her for, honestly, allowing them to believe in themselves. And that's what it's really about. Thank you for having us, by the way.
Yes.
We've enjoyed it. I'm going to visit with some of the guests that are coming in. If you can get here before 6 o'clock, you got an hour and 10 minutes to meet her. I bet you should stick around for a little bit longer, but try to get here if you can before 6. And then if not, shop online, find something for yourself and for your mom. Don't forget Mother's Day. Use that code to give back. I'll give it to you when we return. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
She's a special woman and done so much for St. Louis.
Watching her work is one of the most incredible things you can see.
She just sees value in everyone.
Sometimes people just need you to sit with them and hear them. I feel heard.
Time flew by, and it was like sitting and talking to a friend.
Not only creating a better place here in St. Louis, but to inspire others. It's always great to have examples like you.
You have such a light and such a presence, and I could feel it this morning.
We knew right away when you started this, we wanted to be on your show. Thanks for having us.
I look forward to seeing how you rock and roll and shake it up.
And welcome back once again. We are broadcasting live from the Kendra Scott store at Plaza Frontenac. We are right next to Saks Fifth Avenue. We are right by Canyon Cafe. So come by, take a picture, and see Grace and Linda Strobel, and just tell them thank you for everything that they're doing for you to believe in yourself. Wait a minute. Before we wrapped up the broadcast, I was told that we have one of her teachers here. What is your name again?
I'm Becky Kellerman.
Becky Kellerman. I didn't want to get it wrong. And where did you teach Grace?
I taught at the Academy of St. Louis, and Grace was my student for a number of years.
So we got a chance to meet Grace online a couple of weeks ago, met here in person. So much more passion and energy when you get a chance to actually meet her in person. What did you love most about teaching her?
Grace, it was, and I'm sure it is still, the hardest worker you can even imagine. She did her all, gave her all every single day with a smile.
Yeah, that's a hard thing, right? We need to learn from that.
Yes, she was happy all the time, every day. But she's just a very hard worker.
How proud are you of her?
I'm speechless.
Are you busting at the seams?
I am truly speechless. I've watched her career grow, and she's doing amazing things and reaching people. And I'm so proud. I could just pop.
Right, and tear up and get so many emotions. So she is 27 years old, and I said I literally think she's just got a brushstroke of just beginning. Because yes, she's repping a lot of brands, and she's got almost 200,000 followers, which I just absolutely love. If you get a chance to follow her on Instagram, you'll see all these messages of hope and positivity. Let's talk about the Grace Effect, because she's talked about it with me. But do you know about the Grace Effect that she had started? She does these 45-minute presentations, and then it's all about teaching people respect and kindness, which you teach all the young people, but suddenly they seem to forget about it, and we need to bring it back home.
Well, no one better to teach it than Grace, because it hasn't always been easy for her.
No, and that's what we've been mentioning.
She's had to see her way through some hard times when people were not always kind to her. But so if she can just reach a few people with that message of kindness,
she's going to reach millions. Trust me.
Worlds.
Oh, absolutely. And we did mention that, by the way, that she was bullied to the nth degree, and that can literally paralyze someone to where they stop dead in their tracks and decide to never have forward momentum. Instead, she took that horrible hardship that she felt, the gut-wrenching feeling that Linda, her mother, felt about it. But then she saw, and this is why we always want to say, believe in yourself. She saw someone else modeling and asked her mother, can I model? And this is where parents step in. The education system steps in and says, you want to do this? Let's do it. Never squashing someone's dreams, right?
Right. And look what she's done.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And I will just say that her family has supported. Grace has a family like no other, and part of her success is due to the love and support that she gets.
We have to lean on our families.
Every day since she was born.
Lean on those that really have your back. And obviously, Linda is such a big proponent of allowing her daughter to just blossom. She'll always be there for her, never telling her, no, we're not going to do something. And that's a big part. I mean, I want to thank her family. If it wasn't for them to say, we'll take you around and do whatever you want to do, she wouldn't be doing as much as she is. I can't wait to see the brands that she represents and the people she gets to inspire, because that's really what it's all about. So again, Grace Strobel, and you had a chance to teach her, which I just absolutely love. But I mean, how many years have you been teaching?
I am no longer teaching. I'm retired.
Well, how long did you teach?
Well, I taught better part of 35 years in different locations.
What were you most proud of in your career? Not just with Grace, but because the education system really needs to understand how important of a part you play.
Well, the Academy of St. Louis was probably a high point in my career. It's a small private special needs school in West County, and just based on a philosophy of acceptance and love and caring and Christian values.
I love that. Again, so one of the biggest part of our shows, at the very end, I always say, you really truly can be anything you want to be. Just believe in yourself and surround yourself with people who believe in you. If you've got people who say you can't do that, don't surround yourself with them. We don't need that negativity. We need more positivity. And we always say, just be kind to each other. I mean, literally, you have beautiful eyes. And I mean that. So say it to people, though. Literally give them a compliment. Tell them, you look great in this color. That's a gorgeous necklace. You have no idea how you change someone's life instead of trying to tear them down like Grace went through, and how those bullies. We're not going to remember them. We're going to say that that's in the past, and now she's flourishing. We're going to actually end the show by showing her meeting everybody, and that's the excitement. When that moment happened, if she stayed in that, this would have never taken place, right? That's the most beautiful thing. Thank you for sharing some time with us.
My pleasure. This was an unexpected.
They said her teacher's here. I'm like, oh my gosh. Well, let's talk, because again, that's a big, big part. Parents and teachers, you play one of the greatest roles in what really happens, and forming their minds and their spirits, and the whole. I talk about the triangle of life theory. We have to be mentally, spiritually, and physically balanced. If we can take care of all those components on a daily basis, we're in a better place walking along. All right, we're going to wrap up the show at Kendra Scott. If you can get here within the next hour, we'd love to meet you. We're going to show everybody meeting Grace and Linda when we return.
Hi, it's Monica Adams. Thank you so much for following along with The Real Monica Adams Show since we launched back in March. But I wanted to let you know there's so much more that I could do with you, your business, your corporation. Did you know that I'm a motivational speaker all around the world, as well as an MC and an auctioneer? So if you have an event, maybe a nonprofit organization, and you want to book me, just shoot me an email, info@TheRealMonicaAdams.com. Personal training, life coaching, and styling as well. info@TheRealMonicaAdams.com.
Welcome back. We are in our final few minutes of our live show. Again, we've been talking about Kendra Scott giving back, and I want to thank Michelle going through and showing you this beautiful store. And there she is. We wanted to wrap up to show you everyone getting a chance to meet the star, Grace Strobel. There's her mother, Linda, as well. Everyone's coming by, taking pictures with her, telling her thank you. The belief that she has in herself is the belief that you can have in yourself. Isn't she a gorgeous girl? 27-year-old international model, represented, by the way, by my manager, InView Model and Talent. Actually, you want to jump in here for a second and say how proud you are? Let's do that in the final few minutes. There she is, blowing kisses to everybody. I love her so much. Lori, you right here. Lori, your belief in Grace.
Absolutely. She's an incredible. Not only that, she's just a huge role model. It's such an inspiration to not only people with Down syndrome, but just to girls in general, of just goodness and beauty, and she just exuberates, just love and kindness.
She's managed by how many agencies now?
She's got two, but
Two?
I'm her mother agent.
Yeah.
She's rep by someone out of New York that does some talent side stuff, but I handle a lot of her modeling and her spokesperson things. So
Right away, she's like, oh my gosh, this young girl and her mother, we were just talking with her teacher, and we said, you can never become who you want to be if you don't have the support system.
Absolutely.
Linda's incredible.
Absolutely. Her mom is just amazing. Well, I'm excited that we're going to be bringing Linda on with InView Model and Talent.
Yep.
She's just incredible.
She is.
Beyond
the aesthetics, because everything in life goes so far beyond that. It's all the heart, the soul, and the passion that a person has. And you see that.
Absolutely.
I love it.
And not only that do I see that, it's amazing that when I present them to companies, they see it right away too. It's just the opportunity of somebody believing in them.
Yep.
And believing in what's happening. So it's been an amazing journey.
That's what this is all about. If someone, by the way, has a brand that they would like for Grace to be behind, how do they get in touch with you?
Well, you can contact me through the website, either at InViewModelandTalent.com, and leave me a message there. I also want to let you know that Monica, since I represent her as well, she does a lot of spokesperson, a lot of MC throughout St. Louis with major companies, major brands. There's a way that you can reach us to be able to book her as well.
All right. Thank you, Lori. This is Lori Stahlschmidt. We're going to wrap the show up for you. We're giving you a little walk around the store, showing you, again, the beautiful things you can get. If you can't get here right now, there it is. Michelle found it for me. That's the queue. It is rare in retail that you ever see a queue. So, yeah, that one's walking away. That one's going to go to the counter, and I'm going to buy that. I love all of you so much for tuning in this morning, being a part of our bonus shows as well. Thank you to all of the support for those of you that haven't had a chance to meet the wonderful Grace Strobel and her mother, Linda. They're going to be here for another hour. They're going to give you some hugs. As you saw, she was blowing kisses earlier and taking pictures with you. Tell her what she means to you, the inspiration that she has provided to you and to those that have followed her. And please do so. Find her on Instagram. Find her on Facebook. Her messages of hope are loud and clear. Look at her. We're gonna finish our shot on Grace. Thank you all so much. And I will see you tomorrow morning as we get ready for the Kentucky Derby. It will be Derby time. Why? Because the Derby is coming up on Saturday, and then Sunday, Cinco de Mayo. I think I was told that Michelle got me a sombrero, and I'll turn that from a sombrero into a derby. No, I have to do it the other way. Derby hat to sombrero. There she is, over my shoulder. Come and meet her. I hope you get a chance to come before she has to wrap up. If not, don't forget to use the code to give back. It is, again, for 20% to go to the Special Olympics. I'll wrap up showing you the code one more time. Give back -Grace 24. Thank you all so very much. Have a beautiful afternoon, and I'll see you tomorrow as we get ready for the weekend.